Wearing jeans?
Jeans?
Yeah.
Okay, you got that?
Yeah, I got you.
Was it
Deuteronomy 22 and 5.
Deuteronomy 23?
22 and 5.
Okay. Yeah, 22. And then can you get that for me in the Hebrew? So you guys are under the. I mean, what have you guys? Let me ask you. What have you been taught so far about women? I'm guessing you guys are asking about women wearing jeans or sweats.
Yeah.
So what have you guys been taught about that? Like,
just like the jeans, they ain't supposed to be like wearing like jeans like that are for men or whatever.
Okay, so is that, you think that's what it's talking about?
No,
or?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to get clarification.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. You got that? Read it for me.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So it says a woman shall not wear what pertaineth to a man, right? I know there's other different camps. I don't know. You said you've been following Sakari, right?
Yeah.
So you know our stance?
No, I didn't. I didn't know it. That's why.
Okay. So, I mean, there's certain camps out there, and we love our brothers, but they say that women aren't supposed to be wearing pants and whatnot, right? They should be wearing long skirts. They should be more conservative and whatnot. But that's why the school of thought that we come from, right? We like to go into the Hebrew and the Greek. That's why it's so important for us to go into the Hebrew here, right, and find out what the word. I think the word is gabar, right?
Yeah. This is the Strong's Concordance for the word pertaining to a man, right? It's Strong's H 1397, gabar, outline of biblical usage, a man, a strong man, a warrior, emphasizing strength and ability to fight.
Yeah, so it says a warrior, right? Emphasizing the strength to fight, right? Or the ability to fight, right? Is there more on that?
Right, and then the Strong's definition, it says from properly, it says a valiant man or warrior.
A valiant man or a warrior, what does that sound like? A warrior, a valiant man.
I mean, it sounds like what you're saying.
It's somebody that goes to war, right?
Right.
So it's talking about certain attire that men would wear to war, right? And obviously, I'm not sure if you're aware, but we wouldn't allow our women to go to war. Like, you know what I mean? That's what the men were for, right?
Yeah.
Anybody from 20 on up, right? Right? How old are you, brother? 15? All right, you're not quite ready just yet, but yeah, hopefully you don't join the white man's army. But like me and my brother did, right?
Yeah.
But
no, that's why she was a Marine, so that's why she kind of laughed.
Okay. Me and my brother, we actually happen to be Marines too. So, but yeah, that's what's up. You got more on that? Okay.
So this is just an overview, but it says, when were pants invented? The oldest known trousers dating back to between the 13th and 10th century BC were found in western China, specifically in the Yanghai Cemetery. These wool trousers were made for horseback riding.
They all had a certain purpose, right? But yeah, as far as men, like women only, you know what I mean? Of course, I mean, it's all up to the husband, right? But you would want your wife and your daughter to be more modest, right?
Right.
Like,
right.
But yeah, that would be adding unto the law, right? How it says in Deuteronomy 4 and 2, telling your wife that she has to wear pants and whatnot. But it's the same thing with like, you know how, I don't know if they still wear them, but like, you know, like apple bottoms and stuff. Obviously, a man.
Right.
Can you finish that? Because a man can't obviously wear no damn apple bottoms.
That's
right?
what I was wondering, because they got like certain cuts for women. You know what I mean? They're like women cuts specifically.
Of course, you know what I mean. So like, so yeah, that would just be added unto the law. But go ahead, brother.
Khan, picking up in Deuteronomy 22 and 5, it says, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
I mean, I mean, I think that's kind of self-explanatory right there, right?
Yeah.
But I think majority, I think even in antiquity, right, we all had some kind of trousers, like especially our forefathers, right? They had something similar to what we have today, like as underwear and whatnot, and they kind of resemble like some kind of like the pants that we wore, right? And if you really look at it, like all the men wore garments in those days, right? So I wouldn't necessarily say it's like
Christ had on the robe.
Yeah, Christ had on the robe. How we always read in Revelation, right? He had a whole garment on, right, down to his feet. But I don't know. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah,
I mean, that's our stance as far as where we stand with that. Is you have more on that, or you have something, bro? You have another question, brother? Or I'm sorry, you said your name Henry, right?
Yeah, Henry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, brother. What you got, man?
No, you good.
Not adding on to it.
Yeah.
Just keep back and listen.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 2.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hermano, ¿cómo estás? How you doing, brother? You speak English? Spanish? Yeah, man. Hey, sir, how you doing, man, with the tucked-in shirt? No, you probably had it. Yeah, dude.
This is Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I commanded you.
That's why it's so important for us to even humble down, right? Even us here in the so-called truth, right? Us knowing we're the people, right? We should want to increase in learning, man, like, and not just take heed to what our leader wants to teach us, right? Because oftentimes you see a lot of these brothers, right? They want to be like their leader, man. And that's what we kind of we like to express here. We want everybody to be themselves. You know what I mean? Like, of course we're all one, right? We all have one understanding up here, and we study, right? So if something new comes up, then you know what I mean. We'll have a council, and then more than likely we'll come to an understanding, right? If there's an updated understanding, right? Breakdown.
Candlelight and incense, watch until the sun sets. Crown up on my princess, fringes on her sundress. Flyer than some insects, flowing like a swing set. In-depth breakdowns, off the rip index. My recepts is precepts, I'm lost in her scriptures. The art and painted pictures of her fruit are so delicious. Only when she departs from out my heart is she malicious. I obtain her, my chamber fills with precious pleasant riches. Some don't understand, some things they cannot digest. She is great and no debate and circulate and digress. She crieth out, but neither of her eyes wept. Christians out they frog ass mind, it's time to dissect. Her love is truth, and the truth is from above.